Hi there, this is Jamie from DigiPro Payments and Reason Funding. In today's video, we're going to be taking a deep dive into product options. So you're probably sitting there asking yourself, if you're not familiar with shopping carts or online stores, what is a product option? If you've ever bought something online like a t-shirt and have selected a size or a color, well, you've essentially selected a product option. So the definition is that a product option is used for products with different variations. An example of a product option would again be size and color. Now, within our system, we have different styles of product options that are available to you. So currently the options that we have are a drop-down, radio button, checkbox, text field, date picker, rectangle buttons, hex color value. We also have what's called option groups. Now, again, using the t-shirt example is that you may have a t-shirt, and within that t-shirt you have maybe different sizes and colors. And so when somebody comes into your store and is selecting a shirt, they're going to choose a color, and then they're going to choose, so if they want a blue shirt, they're then going to choose the size that they need in that blue shirt. And the way that that works is in our system is that you create the individual options first, size and color, and then you group them together as a group option. And we'll go into that in a little bit deeper detail here in just a little bit. So a product option is created, and then you apply that product option to an individual product in step 5 of the product setup. So when we're building out your store, it's always very important that we have all of the product options first. We set those up. And then when we're adding in your products, we then apply those product options to your products. So if you've got shirt A, we set up we set up the options for shirt A first. And then when we bring in all the specs and set up shirt A in our system, we then apply those product options to shirt A. So a product option can also have their own SKU or stock keeping unit, and you can also adjust the regular price up and down. So again, using shirts as an example, if you have an XXL size shirt, typically the cost on those shirts are going to be a little bit more than, say, like a small, medium, or large. And so if you need to add, $1 every time somebody purchases an XXL, you can do that within our system. Product option can also have its own inventory count, and when a purchase is made, the inventory is reduced. Again, size, product options with sizes and colors, you may have 100 units of a blue t-shirt, and you can put that count into the system under a product option, and then every time somebody purchases that blue shirt, it's going to count down that inventory. So we're going to show you a couple different images of what the options look like. So this is an example of a drop-down menu. So when you go to the product detail page, you see all of the name, the price, the description, and then underneath that you get to choose the size that you want, and that would be on a drop-down. So that is that's probably the most popular version of a product option that we have. It's the one that's used the most, and it's typically the one that you find when we do an option group, which we will show you next. So this is an example of an option group, and you'll see that we have women's size, where you choose the size and then you choose the color that you need, and there's actually a third option there that it's like a thank you note that you can put on there. And so all of these, when you select a medium and a size blue and then put your thank you note, all this information is tied to the order of this product. And then when the product is purchased and you look at the order confirmation, it'll have all this detail on there about the size that was purchased, the color that was purchased, and the thank you note that was included on that order. And so when you go to your inventory and you pull that item, you can use all this information to make sure that you're pulling the right item. Something new that we're now offering is hex color value. So if you've got, again, if you've got colored items or colored t-shirts and you want to have the customer select the colors that they want with buttons, colored buttons, you can do that as well versus using the drop-down menu. Finally, something new that we have are rectangle buttons. Again, it's another option versus the drop-down. So if you want to have buttons, size buttons that can be selected, that is another option that you can have. So next, we're going to dive into the admin side of things and just show you how we set these up. So I'm in the admin of our Sandbox account, and I am on product options. And how to get there is that you go to the e-commerce module, you select catalog, and then it's the second menu item down is product options. And again, just as a reminder, if you haven't watched our product catalog video, when we're setting up everything in our system, we do it very systematically where we set up your categories, your options, and your filters. And once we've got those three things set up, then we go in and set up your products. So it's important that we have all your options and what products those options need to be applied to. So take you through just a couple of different on how we set this up. This is the options list. So this shows you the options that are currently available to you. We've got a color option and we got a size option. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that up. And so I'm going to click options and then edit. And then you'll see here is that we have you put in the name of your option name and then the display label. So sometimes maybe if you want to, when it's shown on the front end on the product detail page, if you want it to do the system to display something other than color, you can put that into this section right here. And then as far as the type, you can choose, again, this is where you would select drop down, radio button, checkbox, text field, date picker, rectangle button, and hex value. So right now I've got this as a drop down, and this is our most popular option that's available to us. The sort order is how the option is going to be displayed when you apply it to a product. So when we're setting up products and I'm looking to add an option to a product, this color drop-down option is going to be the first one that's going to be available to me to be selected. Next, we have your option values, and this is where you would put in what if it's a color, so it would be black, red, blue, white, and then the sort order. This is how it's going to be displayed on the front end. And I'm just going to edit that right there and edit that right there. I'm just going to change the sort order because that has 0 value on it. There. And then if you need, as you're building out your options, if you need to add more, so I'm going to add green to this, and then I'm going to have it be sort order number 5. And then to add it to the list, I'm just going to hit that plus sign, and now it's added. And then once you've added all your options to this, you'll want to hit save. So my option is saved, and I'm going to go back to my options list. So now I'm on my options list, and we were just working in colors. And then I've got size here as well. Open that up. So I've got size, and this again is a drop down, and so you'll see small, medium, large, extra large, and then double XL. is there. And again, if I need to add in a triple XL, hit the plus sign, add it to the list, then hit save option. Some option is saved. Now, what I'm going to do is, since we were just working in color and size, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a group based off of those. So I've got two options, two single options, and now I want to create a group. So going to hit add new. And so these are all my available. So what we got here is that you can create a group name, and then it'll show you the available options that you have that you can then group together. So I'm going to do men's apparel. So I'm going to call this men's apparel. And then I'm going to do color and size, and then hit save group. So now I've got three options. So then when you're ready to add this group option to a product, you can then come over to your product list. So I'm going to want to add that new group option to this men's t-shirt. And I just hit the wrong button. And so we're going to hit options and then edit. It's going to open up the product information, and I'm going to want to navigate over to step 5. And it's going to allow, this is where I go to assign products. And if you remember on the sort order on the when you're creating the option, so this is where that's going to be displayed as far as the order. So I've got all my single options are going to be listed first, and then further down the list are going to be my group options. And so this is that men's apparel that we just created. I'm going to hit that. I'm going to mark it as yes, it is required. So you have to choose an option to go to checkout. Right here, it will show me the option that is actually now applied to this product, and I have the option. This action section gives me the option to delete it. Now, once you have the options that are added, so you'll see we've got black small. So again, we're doing a combination between two options. So if you've got a black in your color list and you've got a small in your color list, it's going to create a black small. Now, say for instance, you don't have a black small. What you can do is come over here to rule and hit hide option. So you may not have a black small. And so instead of like creating all these different options to accommodate different products that you have, you can, this hide option rule allows you to use the same option over and over, product group option over and over again, without having to create new ones all the time. So if you don't have, a red small, you can hit hide option. It's not going to show it on the front end. Now, one of the things that we do also is that automatically when we add an option, group option, to a product, it's gonna automatically generate a SKU, and you can overwrite this. You can just type in your own SKUs. So this, and basically what it does is it's BS. So black small, 888, and then this is where you would enter in your quantity for that item. So if you've got 1,000 units, you can do that. Add that quantity there. It's got a price. So if there's not a price change on, so you actually add your price here. So this is the price for that unit. So if you've got $20 added in on step 2, and come back over to the option here, if there's no price change when somebody chooses this option, you just leave it at 0. But again, this option's hidden, so what I'm going to do is just add that there. And I'm going to leave that at 0. And again, I'm going to do BM888. And then what I'm going to do on this, so I'm talking about that triple XL. So I've got BXL 888, got 10 units. And so since, my cost on this item is $2 more than all the other, I'm going to do +2. So what that'll do is that when somebody selects that option, it'll make it $22 instead of $20 because it's this number right here, this price, plus this 2. So +2. So just to demonstrate that for you, I'm going to hit save. And then I'm going to preview the product. So this is the option. And this is typically how you would set up color and size. They would choose their color first. So I think that was a black. And then triple XL, I think. So we're going to choose the black triple XL. And you'll see that it adjusted the price to $22. So I'm going to add that to my cart. And there we go. So black, triple XL, now I can go to checkout. Now, when somebody goes to make a purchase on this product and they finalize their checkout, this inventory is going to adjust from 10 down to 9. So, then, once it runs out, you can set an option that hide option when it hits 0. So this is just a quick overview a deep dive overview into the product options. And again, if you have any questions or you need some support or help, you got questions about product options, you can reach out to us via email at support@digipropayments.com, or you can go to our website, digipropayments.com, then look for the support link at the top of the menu, and you can put in a support ticket there or look for some other articles that are available to you. And again, we thank you for your business and have a wonderful day.